Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Kentuckessee Angler Show. Today we're chasing some beautiful fall largemouth Tennessee bass and checking out some new lures. Let me show y'all what we're working with today. We have some lipless crankbaits. I got a few of these in different colors. Some jointed shallow diving swim baits right here. Also have a few different ones, a few different colors. And last but not least, we have some blades. Now these are all by Handing Fishing. And I haven't used any of them yet, so we'll see how they do. I'm thinking today's probably gonna be a pretty good day. So last time I fished this area in very similar conditions, basically a cold front kind of swooping through with calmer winds and calmer water. I had, it was an absolute slam fest out here, a really good day. So I'm hoping today is gonna be very similar. We have a similar drop in temperature. It's almost the same conditions. All right, we're gonna start out with our lipless today. This is just shy of a ½ ounce. It's got a nice little profile. It's definitely got some beans in it. I think we're gonna be able to really whip this out there. So, nice little whistle from that reel. Definitely could use some maintenance. Good fish. Okay, first cast, man. Good sign, good sign. It's not huge, but it's something. Oh, maybe it's bigger than I think it is. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. What a treat. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? All right, easy. That is a thickie. Let's get you unhooked here. You know, I haven't caught one of these in a while. Actually, I almost just lipped that fish. That would have been not a good thing. Check out that fish. That is a thick sauger, man. I catch these occasionally, but they're usually a lot smaller. I mean, half the size, if that. That's a really thick one. I feel really blessed to have got this fish on. I mean, that's pretty awesome. He hit that lipless right away. Good sign for the day, an interesting catch to get us started out with. Now, I'm gonna get her back in. We don't have a cooler for you. I've never actually eaten a sauger. I have had walleye, of course, but very neat, beautiful fish. We'll get her back in. Let's keep going at it. It's a first cast, first fish. Good sign. Thanks for biting, buddy. All right, guys, that's an awesome start to the day. So the lipless is getting torn up. Let's throw this blade out there real quick. I just kind of want to feel out the action, kind of see what we're working with. Now, I do work these baits. I like to kind of give them an immediate jerk. Kind of helps you from getting that line followed up on those trebles. It's really easy to do with blades. And you get that nice kind of vibration running through the water, which is just crucial to attracting these fish. Oh, there we go. That's a nice fish. Man, this is going to be a good day, I think. I don't know what this is. I think it's a bass. Just a nice jump. Yep. There we go. Right on, man. Right on the blade. Healthy fella, too. Goodness. Looks like he T-boned it. All right, so our second fish of the day. I had to show it off because it's our first bass. I'm not gonna do this with every fish, just the bigger ones, but absolutely gorgeous, man. Healthy, plump, little, probably like a pounder or something like that. Couldn't resist the blade. See how shallow this is. We are fishing on a point right now. It gets significantly deeper. I don't know, 20 feet out there. There's like a gradual kind of drop off type deal, but the majority of this is going to be 3 to 5 feet deep. That water is warm as well. All right, everybody, so we jumped down the bank just a little bit. We were working that point, getting hit in this area right out here. I did fish the other side of that point. It's usually pretty good, but I immediately snagged up my lure on somebody's line, and not really feeling like doing that a bunch of times a day. So we're gonna be starting out with that blade. Now this is a kind of like a silvery looking one, kind of a holographic one. These are, I want to say a ½ ounce. I'm not 100% sure. I'll give you all the weights and when we kind of do the breaking down the baits portion. However, I'm running that on 10-pound line, a heavy fast action rod. I kind of mentioned before, as soon as that hits the water, I like to give it a little jerk. I like to keep that line taut. A lot of times with a bait like this, your treble hooks can wrap around your line pretty easily, so it's just a good practice. You know, I see a lot of guys talk about yo-yoing the bait. Now, if you're working, really deep water, that is a good method. After we land this bad boy, I'll get into how I like to work them for conditions like this. Pretty bass, pretty bass. Here we go. See another little pounder, maybe slightly bigger than the last one we caught. But they're here and they're decent size. Good looking fish. Little melanosis on that top lip. Blotchy bass syndrome. Thanks for biting, buddy. Yeah, on the gill plate as well. He's gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Nope. Wow. Awesome start to the morning. Alright guys, so it's safe to say we're having a great morning. Now when I am fishing a bait like this in shallower conditions, again, I'm going to put kind of some immediate tension on that line. And my main goal is to really keep that line taut throughout the water. It's going to feel like a bladed jig almost. So I'm going to feel those steady vibrations when I'm retrieving it. Then I'm going to throw in some longer jigs. Not too short, not too snappy. I don't want that line to slack up. I don't want to give that bait a chance to get fouled up, to get tangled up on something. I want to keep it going the entire time, but when you do put a big pull in there, oh, that's a fish, man. It's really gonna vibrate. That's a good bass. Holy cow. Fish of the day so far. Look at that bad boy. Oh my goodness. And that is the art of the blade, my friends. Beautiful. Yes. Just a bucket mouth. All right, there we go, guys. Just a chunky fella right here. Good looking fish. Super duper long, man. When you fill out, you're gonna be an absolute beast. Thanks for biting. And off she goes. All right, little coffee break. I'll show y'all some of these blades. They got some pretty neat patterns on them. See what we're working with. This one is that's an older one I had. It's like a perch one. It's a trout one. Probably my favorite. I do want to throw a couple out here with our lipless. I don't typically catch fish out of this area, but occasionally. It is nice and sunny here, and I did get a boot full of water. Oh, it's a fish. I take it back, I take it back. It's a nice one too. Oh, the lipless. Oh man, these fellas are plump, man. Beautiful. Here we go, on the lipless. Right on, buddy. Well, awesome morning on the water. We'll probably catch another fish or two and then I'll call it a day. Things are kind of slowing down here now as we start entering those later morning hours. All around, pretty impressed with the fish out here today. I like the baits. I didn't really throw the jointed one too much. No, I got that for a body of water. Oh, nice fish. Back home. I don't know if this bite keeps up. Maybe we'll stay out here a little bit longer. Oh my gosh, is that another sauger? Yes, dude. That is absolutely wild. Another chunky one. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, so that's absolutely wild. Now, I haven't really fished this area when it's been cold out. I just discovered it. I got tipped off by a good buddy of mine. Shout out, Kyle, my good friend. You brought me many, many awesome fish. However, I just started fishing it earlier this summer, so I really don't know what to expect wintertime, but these are really nice sauger. I gotta say, compared to the other ones I typically catch around the area, I fish a little more often. These are quite impressive. Beautiful, beautiful fish. I'm gonna get you back in, buddy. Thank you for biting. On the blade too. I love the pattern on those fish, man. Absolutely awesome. Before I take off, I do want to check out the area we first started out in. I kind of snagged up, I think, within a couple casts and just dipped out, but I keep seeing bait fish shoot out of the corner of my eye. Could be hitting. Oh, good fish. Stay down, stay down. Oh my gosh, I lost him. That was a freaking tank, dude. Oh, come on, man. Well, that was super lame and certainly the biggest fish of the day. I could tell by the way it was pulling drag, but it happens to the best of us. Oh well. I'm gonna bebop around, try to catch another one because right now I'm a bit salty and don't want to leave here on a negative note. Good fish. Yes, finally redemption, man, redemption. Come on in, come on in. Stay down. I'm walking with it, I can't really tell how big it is. Oh, it's decent. It's decent. It's not a monster, but it's a hard fighter. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big fish. I mean, that's a respectable bass in anybody's book. On the trout, I knew switching up, getting that unluckier one off would do it. I shouldn't call it unlucky. I brought bad luck upon it. It'll wear off overnight. No, don't worry about it, guys. Good looking largemouth. Thank you for biting. Thank you. You're the one. Off she goes. Look at your game, man. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one as always. So let's jump into these lures. Now the first one, I'm not going to talk about too much because we didn't catch any fish on it, but it is that multi-jointed swim bait. Now I have no doubt if I would have really focused on it, if I would have committed to throwing it a little bit more, we would have caught some fish. However, it didn't take me long to recognize that these fish were chasing smaller profile baits, so we're going to save this for another day. Moving on to our lipless crankbait. Got a really, really neat design to it. I mean, look at that. It's like a fish eating another fish. I thought that was pretty cool. Weighs in at 12 grams. It's 2.1 inches long, so you can just cast this bad boy a mile. It's a lot of weight packed into a small profile bait. And got quite a rattle to it. All these baits do come equipped with some sticky, icky mustad hooks. Now, last but not least, the one that really stole my heart in this video, the armor blade bait. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've thrown a blade or two back in the day. It's actually been a while. I probably haven't thrown one in, I don't know, maybe 2 years or something like that. However, I am quite fond of this bait. And if you haven't thrown them before, I highly recommend you check them out. They do run really, really well in grass too. So Awesome bait right there. This one weighs in at 12 grams as well. I don't know how long it is. I don't know if it was marked on the packaging. I've actually since lost that, so I want to say probably just over 2 inches as well. But it's got a really nice wobble to it. Got some good sized trebles on there. It's an all-around stellar bait. Big fan of this one. Well, if you guys enjoyed the lures, I will link them in the description. Handing Fishing is having a major sale right now, so y'all can jump up on that if you want to. Anyhow, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on, my friends. I will see y'all Saturday. We're doing fishing first aid kits, and fishing injury horror stories. It should be a fun video. I already shot it and we caught some big fish, I'll put it that way. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.